Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuffs channel. In this video we're going to review round 7 of the 2024-25 SuperCoach BBL season, as well as preview round 8. So, pretty poor week for myself, if I'm being honest. I guess probably not being able to watch the games is starting to take its toll a bit. And also just a couple of poor calls that I should have been aware of but wasn't. So 608 points for the round, which was right in the middle in terms of the round rank. I've moved 400 spots down. I actually thought it was going to be more, so probably got away with one there. Still in the top 6%, but yeah, it's not moving in the right direction. So we'll have a look at the team and how it went. So I guess the first call was I brought in Josh Inglis despite him not being available due to him, I guess, being rested for the upcoming Sri Lanka series. And as it turned out, they didn't play Matt Hurst either. They've actually got Finn Allen wicket keeping. So probably just had to look elsewhere for wicket keeper. Someone like a Josh Philippe would have been nice. Not that I saw his score either. I'm just guessing. But yeah, missed out on a score there. Warner scoring 108 was quite handy. Again, this was given everyone had a single game week, so you know some of those batters are always at risk if they miss out. Overton only getting a 37 and Sutherland at 48 as captain obviously wasn't ideal. Cooper Connolly with 74 was solid. Bethel with 25, underwhelming. Tim David on our bench would have been nice with 103, but obviously didn't quite work out. In terms of the bowlers, Rogers with 52 was okay. Abbott 94 is great. Jai Richardson got a bit of tap, only scoring a 5. Lockie Ferguson apparently has left, and I didn't realise, so another one I probably missed out on this week. So he didn't get any score. Zampa was 60. We didn't even get the backup because Liam Scott wasn't available or didn't play, didn't get picked. Spencer Johnson scoring a 57 there in the flex. So in terms of matchups this week, if I go back. So in the first league, Jason's Raiders got me with a 760. He VC'd David Warner, so that worked out really nice. Matt Shaw scored a ton. 164 was his score, so I guess, you know, now's the time to get on him. Not that he's that much cheaper than what he was to begin with. McSweeney, 68, is the one I traded out that did quite well. Yeah, they're probably the main difference makers. And having a look, looks like Al's Dream Team was the top this week with a 779. So David Warner. Steve Smith turned up as well. So I can't do the maths this morning. What's that? 166 doubled. Makes 332. So that was a great call there. And that was probably, I guess, what got him that big score was the great captaincy shout. In the second league, so 692 for Bose. Team was good enough to get the win. He had Matt Short, Ben Dorshus with the 75, Fergus O'Neill with the 90, so that was a good hold. Yeah, Sutherland, Seaford, yeah, so a lot of familiar faces there. And there was a 756 from Shano's team, Renault's 11. So a few tons with Warner, David, Turner, and Maxwell with a 135 last night. So pretty handy getting 4 tons in the team. Some good captaincy there. Third league actually got the win over the number 1 ranked Distraction Zone. So I don't know how I've managed to achieve that. So he had Matt Short as well. So captained Nisa, which only got 22, which isn't ideal. Yeah, so I guess maybe the combination of Warner and Abbott and probably Abbott and Connolly, I suppose, sort of outscored some of the differentials there. Looks like the highest in this league was a 698 for Art Vanderlei, who had Short, Captain Seaford, O'Neill, Dorcius. So there you go. Philippi got a 39. Would have taken that over Inglis's did not play. And then the last league, so a win over Creekers, who scored a 499. So no massive scores there. Looks like Chowdhury and Renshaw are the only ones getting over 50, other than Warner, who I already had to match. So probably just a bit unlucky there with some of the players not going off necessarily. And a massive 813 from James Daly. So he had Timmy David, Matt Short, Captain Maxwell. So that was a great call there. Cooper Connolly as well. So some good scores there. So I'm pretty sure we're into the head-to-head finals. So it is only top four. So I guess if you're not in the top four, you're in the bottom four, and that's fine. So I'm in the top four just somehow for the first league, but LA Knights going pretty well. So Jason's Raiders and Super Sixers on the other half. And the second league, I'm in the bottom half, but we've got Reno's 11 and Felix Force, then Wacko, Jacko, and the Stars for the win. Third league, yeah, snuck well in the top four, so Distraction Zone, Kick-Ass, and No Test Eagles, so some strong teams there. And so I've done alright, 3 out of the 4 in the finals, but Stark Raving Mad, Old Boys, and Guns N' Roses, again, some very good teams there. But actually, before we talk about my team, because there's not much to talk about there, quick look at the other stars that went off. So Darcy Short with a 155. He must have done all right with bat and ball. Stecky with a 140. So he's been going all right since he's come in the team. Joel Paris with a 113. Moses and Reeks, can get that big score, a 112. Although we've seen these guys, Matt Kuhneman, 83, is pretty handy at that cheap price. Ben Duckett did well with an 81. And then after that, it's probably fair enough. Sam Fanning, first start, got a 66, batting up the order. Is he one we can downgrade to this week? Potentially. Let's have a look anyway. So we've got 3 trades. We've used our boost, which isn't ideal. But I think, we have to get rid of Inglis is the obvious one, and Ferguson. So let's trade them out. And then we'll work out what to do with the third trade after that. So we do need a wicket keeper, and it probably makes sense given that they're on the double this week. And from what I can tell, he was batting at the top of the order, but we'll try and find ourselves a bit of Matt Wade. Where is he? There he is. So decent price, 114. 2 cracks at it at the top of the order. You'd love to see that. In terms of the bowler, so I guess you also include the all-rounders in this, so we could potentially get Owen, albeit I don't think he's been bowling at all. He's just been opening the batting. Riley Meredith has the ability to take wickets. Chris Jordan offers that bit of all-roundness that we like. Chowdhury is a genuine all-rounder in that sense, bats fairly high up. So I think the 2 trades we would want to do is to get Chowdhury and Jordan in, if I can find him. He's not that high up the list. I guess all the batters have filtered back in too. There he is. So we have to find 123k. So if we traded out Bethel, I think we'd be 500k short. Um, so leaning towards Richardson, just because he's probably the only one in that price range that we want to get rid of. Not that we want to get rid of him. I suppose maybe Rogers, but I think Rogers can do it a little bit with the bat, which could be handy. So we'll make those moves anyway. So the tricky part is Hobart don't have the first game. So I guess what we could do is we could do like a VC on, say, Connolly if he goes off. It'd have to be 100 plus, I think, to want to take it. We would. And then we can look at a captaincy. And based on average, we'll go for Chris Jordan as probably the safest option. And then we need to find a spot for Timmy David. So who misses out? Probably Bethel is what I'm leaning towards. Put him in as the emergency anyway. So yeah, so I guess that's how we'll line up this week. I won't spend too much time overthinking it because it hasn't been going great. So, but we'll wrap the video up there. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the SuperCoach BBL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.